So yesterday, Konekokitten just trashed all simulator games in Roblox. Oh my god. If you don't know who Konekokitten is, I mean, I think most of you know who he is, but there must be a few of you who don't know who he is. So basically, Konekokitten is a commentary YouTuber. He makes commentary on Roblox news, mostly drama related to Roblox. Basically, most of his videos is him complaining about things that should be fixed in Roblox. And it's been working well for him. And also GG's on getting your new house. If you happen to be watching this video, congratulations on the new house purchase. Please get rid of the old furniture you had in the background. I hope you get some new ones. If you've been wondering where I've been lately, a lot of stuff has happened. I've been moving as well, and I've been on a 3-day vacation with my brother and his kids. And then I got sick. That might be a whole video for itself, because I feel like I have to explain why I haven't uploaded. There were so many things that went wrong past couple of weeks in my life, but I think I'm slowly getting back on my grind. Okay, so basically, Konekokitten just talked about in his video that he mostly thinks most simulator games are trash, and he also thinks that they're dead. And I disagree. I don't think all the simulator games are dead yet, because there are some new games that came out recently that are quite popular on Roblox. Like, one of the game has over 60,000 players. Most times, and we're gonna talk about that later in the video, but let's just go over the stuff he says in the video. I agree on most of the things, but some of the things I don't agree with, so let's listen to what he has to say.
Has nobody acknowledged that 2018 Roblox is probably among one of the worst years on the Roblox? It's time to talk about that one specific word that nearly killed Roblox, in my opinion, for me. Simulators on Roblox in 2018 to 2019 nearly drove me off of the platform, and I'm going to explain why in this video. Let's not throw all Roblox simulators under the bus, alright? Let's be real with each other. There were a couple of decent ones that stood out and are still pretty good to this day. The other 90% though were uninspired, lazy cash grabs that were made purposely with the intention of pumping and dumping the game very quickly, getting as much money from possible players, and then repeating the process and rinsing it a couple weeks later.
Oh my god. Did he just throw Bubblegum Simulator under the bus? What the heck? And he even said the Pet Simulator is like the best simulator game of all time. I have to disagree with him. We all have our own rights to our own opinions, you know, in most countries. Sadly, in some few countries, it's best that you keep your mouth shut when you want to share your opinion. But in most countries, we don't have to. So basically, I can agree that Pet Simulator was new. It was different when it came out. Like, I remember I played it and I thought it was pretty good. I did a few videos on it. Never really caught on to my channel. I liked some aspects of the game, but the game lacked so many things, which Bubblegum Simulator perfected in a sense. And in the long run, Bubblegum Simulator became more popular than Pet Simulator. Now, don't quote me on the numbers. I don't know if Bubblegum Simulator has had more players of all times, like compared to Pet Simulator, like the actual amount of visitors. But I think it did. But like for the longest time, Bubblegum Simulator stayed on top of Pet Simulator. And the reason for Pet Simulator not being as good as Bubblegum Simulator is because Bubblegum Simulator not only added egg hatching, because I think they got inspired by Pet Simulator with the egg hatching, but their trading system was way better and their pets were way better than Pet Simulator. And the pets were so rare in Bubblegum Simulator that you could actually trade them with value, and you would have trading on Discord and you could see the value. You can still do that. People still do that to this day. Just the trading aspect of Bubblegum Simulator is way more better than Pet Simulator, and that's why Pet Simulator never really got to stay popular forever.
The concept of a Roblox simulator is not actually that bad in of itself. It's essentially like a modernized version of the classic Roblox Tycoon. However, the simulator trend definitely peaked in around late 2019 to early 2021, and most people that were there playing Roblox around these time periods definitely know what simulators I'm referring to. Whether we all want to admit it or not, Pet Simulator, one of the best simulators made on Roblox by far, is definitely a cash grab, and I'm not saying that as an insult because everyone's gonna make money at the end of the day, but at least the gameplay was enjoyable, bro. This inspired a slew of lazy Roblox developers to make their own pop-up simulator games games on Roblox.
I can agree with him that Pet Simulator probably was a cash grab. It seems like big games, the studio that developed Pet Simulator, they keep doing that with their new releases. They had that game where you shoot I don't remember, Big Paintball or something. I never really got the point of that game. And they tried to make Pet Simulator 2. But for most developers on Roblox, I would say the goal for them is to make money. But there's a difference between trying to make money or trying to make quick money, which is what Koneko is trying to say here, that most simulator games are quick cash grabs. Basically, the developers are trying to make quick trash simulator games to make lots of money fast, and then the games die out, and then they rinse and repeat the process. I have contact with developers who are in the simulator realm, and he has also talked to other developers who are developing simulator games, and most of them are just trying to make quick cash grabs by making simple simulator games that will die out in a few weeks at most, and then they basically take that whole concept, put it into a new game, change up a few things, and call it a different name. And then for some reason, some of the developers managed to become popular again with a new game for a few weeks. So they're just rinsing and repeating, and sometimes they get lucky twice by creating the same game again.
And looking through some of my older gameplay videos of me discovering this and whatnot really showed how much and just stupidity that these games had. Really? Thinking simulator? This was a thing? Yeah, I was having a lot of fun 2 years ago just clicking around the map randomly, just thinking to get more points, to then get more stuff to think faster. Who did these games appeal to in specific? Mom, I need your credit card. I'm gonna spend $100 to get this extra upgrade on Thinking Simulator. Don't you think how many clicks I can get per second with this extra $100? Please, Mom.
Now, I will agree with him that most simulator games attracted younger audience, probably the ages from 7 to 12, or maybe even up to 13 years of age. But simulator game like Bubblegum Simulator attracted a lot of adults. I would say probably half of the players on Bubblegum Simulator were adults. I've talked to many of them. Many of the leaderboard players in Bubblegum Simulator are adults. Yeah, many of the Bubble leaderboard players and the Egg leaderboard players, they were above 30 years old. They had kids. It was most of the time it's the kids who introduce the game to their parents, and then their parents get hooked to it as well because they realize these rare pets can be traded, and that's what adults find interesting about Bubblegum Simulator, that these rare pets have value. There's value lists where you can trade with other players, and it's that's what makes the game interesting for adults, I would say, and the leaderboard aspect as well.
Kids to me don't really have this type of power to make a decision to unbox a loot crate because of the fact that the idea of it is so addicting, and it's even been linked to gambling on multiple different studies. So awesome time period of Roblox we were truly in. Roblox eventually came around to adding specific guidelines to help users understand the rarity.
It's actually quite true what he's saying right there about the whole gambling aspect, because I always thought that games like Bubblegum Simulator kind of seem like gambling. It's you're you're going to a slot machine in a casino and you're pulling the arm and you're just hoping to get that win. It's quite similar. It's quite similar to gambling. And also gambling is actually not allowed on Roblox. There's a new simulator game that came out recently. It's quite popular. YouTube Simulator, which was created by another YouTuber, Indian. And I think that his game got shut down for a few days because it actually had a slot machine in the game. But what's the difference? You're opening X, it's the same as using a slot machine. So gambling does exist on Roblox and has been doing that for ages. So why all of a sudden, just because this dude, Indian, puts a slot machine in his game, all of a sudden now he has to change up some things in his game? He's just doing the same concept. It's just more obvious, you know?
The worst part, though, don't even get me started, is when simulators get this. They started to name themselves not a simulator game, but name themselves something like, Ninja Legends, for example. So you come into this thinking you come into this game with a completely different idea from the get-go, thinking it's something new and unique that you haven't seen before, and you're greeted with this. It's literally just a simulator. I hated it when I had the idea and the opportunity to experience something new on Roblox, and it just got totally ripped away from me from something misleading like this. Not that I'm saying that Ninja Legends is a bad game by any means, I'm just annoyed at the fact that they misleaded themselves to pretending that they're not a simulator, and a lot of other Roblox games started doing this too.
Yeah, I totally agree with him on that one. Like, yeah, when Ninja Legends came out, I was like, dude, that is a simulator game. I see what they're doing. They're tricking us. Because simulators were becoming oversaturated on Roblox. And it was obvious that something had to be changed. But it's so hard to make something new, like develop a new type of game, that pretty much they just changed their name, the title of the game. Instead of ending it with simulator, it would be something like Legends. There was like at least 4 or 5 games that popped off on Roblox with the end of the name having Legends in it, like Clicking Legends, I think. Was that one of my friend's games? Or was that... Yeah, I think it was Clicking Legends that copied Bubblegum Simulator, right? Something like that. But there was a few other games with Legends in it, and they were pretty much simulator games. They just changed the name to not be the same, even though it is the same, you know, because you want to try and make something new, but with the name they could try something new, you know.
That is until finally somebody started to speak about it.
Games. I bring up the issue of pets because almost every new simulator game has the exact same pets in them.
That is correct, Creecraft. Most simulator games have similar pets. What else?
Honestly, if I was the creator of these pets, you know, Pet Simulator, I'd be pretty mad that all these developers are basically ripping off my idea. So here's what I'm gonna do, okay? You guys know that almost every simulator has pets in it these days, okay? I'm gonna put some random pictures on the screen, okay? Of just random pets from different simulators. And I want you to, off the top of your head, tell me which game each one is from. You should be able to do this instantly, okay? You can't tell instantly which game which is from because they're all the same. They all look the exact same. Square pets, and they, you know, it's the same thing. It's a pets, you know, I just put a picture of the pets up. You can't tell which game it's from. You have to be like, well...
Yeah, I could. The one you just showed is from Bubblegum Simulator. And one of the other pets in the beginning were from Ninja Legends. But, I agree with him. Half of the images he showed me, it could pretty much be Bubblegum Simulator. There are so many games ripping off Bubblegum Simulator type pets. Like, I don't know, there's just so many simulator games. But I would say that Bubblegum Simulator had some unique looking pets. And actually, especially the secret pets, they were also uniquely made and took time to make. They were fan creations. And those pets, usually the secret pets in Bubblegum Simulator, is what set Bubblegum Simulator apart from other simulator games, because the secret pets were actually most of the time quite nice looking. Like you can tell that they put time into making the pets.
While there are still a large player base that do play these games, it's not like the past 2 years ago back in 2018 and 2019. Will we see a rise of Roblox simulators again? Who knows?
Yes! We are seeing a rise of a couple of new simulator games, Koneko. There is a few. I know there are at least 2. I don't know if there's more than that, but I'm surprised that in 2021 we still got some simulator games coming up and like blowing up. Like, for instance, Strongman Simulator. A game I don't understand why it's so popular, because we've seen this concept again and again. The only difference is what they added in their game is now you can, in this type of Strongman game, you can hatch eggs, just like in simulator games. So in the past, Strongman games, there were so many strongman like games where you have to like lift weights. It was simulator games, but this time they added eggs, which the older strongman type games didn't have, but this one have egg hatching, and now this one is popping off. What else? YouTuber Simulator or something like that. I don't know the exact title, but it was a game apparently created by a YouTuber named Indian, which is a YouTuber I sometimes follow, see what he's doing, because he's a quite interesting character. Okay, so guys, apparently that dude made a game and it's popping off. Like, last time I checked, it had 15,000 players, which is pretty good for a simulator game. So GG's to him. Yeah, that's pretty much all I had to say on this. The only thing I didn't agree with him on is that, like, the Pet Simulator thing being the best simulator game. No, Bubblegum Simulator was. That's all what I had for today. Next time you buy that sweet Robux, please use star code RAM. Appreciate the support. Subscribe. Smash that like button. I'll see you guys in the next one.